Alright, so today I'm a little bit annoyed, and I'm trying to not be a person that's easily annoyed so much anymore, because when I get annoyed I start complaining, and complainers are just people that are basically not good at being accountable for their decisions, and I'm trying my best not to be that person anymore. But here's why. Let me just show you why I'm a little bit annoyed right now. So one of the things that I'm a little bit annoyed about today, there's a couple things that are bothering me, but I'm only going to talk about the big one. And it's that I'm shooting on this camera right here. It's the Panasonic G85. I have two of these cameras, and I use them primarily, or really only to shoot a podcast that I have. If you want to check it out, it's down in the description. But the reason why I'm shooting on that is because my main camera, my Canon 70D, this is the one I've been shooting on since 2014. It's my main workhorse, the one I use for everything. The microphone jack went out, so that's why that last vlog from last week had terrible audio, because it was only picking up the on-camera audio, and that sucked. That sucked to try to figure out how to fix that in post. So I had to stop using this one, which I know how to use real well, and start using this one that I don't really use at all. And it's been kind of like an adjustment. And that's like a stupid thing to complain about, because it's like, oh, that's your biggest problem, is that you have to deal with a camera you don't know how to use. But it's been kind of annoying. It's like my workflow is set up a certain way, and this camera doesn't complement that one like that. But so yeah, it's been kind of a thing I gotta think about. So today's objective is to do two things. One, I want to kind of distract myself from how annoyed I am with my old camera, and kind of work on using this camera, kind of practice on this one a little bit. And also, two, I'm in my 30s now, and I'm starting to kind of realize that stuff, like acquiring stuff, isn't the answer to satisfaction. And I've accrued a lot of stuff over the years, so I'm gonna go through a bunch of things and just look at this. Like, I have like collectibles and books. I have like three computers. I only use maybe two of those. I have like comic books, and then I have clothes. Like, this is one side, I have clothes on the other side of this closet, and this isn't even the room that I grew up in. This is my brother's old room. I had to move in here when I moved back. I just have so much stuff, like instruments, amps that haven't been plugged in months. And I don't know, I think if I haven't touched it or used it, I should get rid of it, downsize a little bit, and maybe decluttering that will declutter my life a little bit. So that's what I want to try today. Go through some stuff, see what I can get rid of. But lightsaber collection off the table. My Superman statue off the table, and maybe my Shaun of the Dead figurine. Those are off the table. But everything else, minus camera equipment, it's probably on the table. So let's see what I can find on there. So I just showed you what was in my room, but I'm gonna kind of show you like where the actual trouble is at. Like, I have a scooter, bought that in Washington. It's got 150 miles on it, so that's a for sure sale. But here's the garage, and I have occupied the entire third car garage side with all this crap. These totes are all mine. These comic books are all mine. And just, yeah, I have a lot of stuff in here that just for sure needs to go. So I'm gonna start digging through some of this to see what I can get rid of off the bat. Hey. I haven't seen this thing in a while. It's my bustin' longboard. So I'm, I don't know, a little bit overwhelmed by going through all that stuff in there. And I promise I will get back to it. But I gotta go for a quick ride. I mean, when's the last time I've done this? So, last few days been super nice out here in Southern California, but today I decided to get really hot. Today I decided to go out and shoot, so I'm at the end of the street that I grew up on, and just past that fence. Oh, let me just show you. I'll just show you guys. So everything that you see out here, all these neighborhoods, when I moved out here maybe 20 years ago, there was nothing out here. It was all just dirt and hills. It was a place for exploration and just being, being a kid. So I know that this episode started out as me being annoyed with my camera and then going into wanting to declutter and organize and get rid of stuff, and then now it's me on a skateboard going to the other side of the neighborhood, and I'm trying to follow that narrative. But if this whole thing's about honesty and transparency, I kind of had a change of thought. So about 6 years ago I moved to Washington, and I was there for about 4 years, and then things changed pretty drastically and I moved back to California, and then a couple years after that things changed drastically again, and I moved back in with my parents, and here I am in a completely different place than where I was then, and I guess my point being is that just like this neighborhood over here that's kind of come from nothing, everything changes eventually, and I think that it's up to us to decide if we're going to change with it and welcome what comes with the future, or stay in the past and remember and keep thinking that things were the best then. And I don't know where I'm going and where I'm going to end up, but I hope that everything in front of me is gonna be completely different and better than what's behind me. So yeah, food for thought, I guess. I don't know. Sorry, I know this vlog wasn't about this at all, and I hope that this connects somehow and it makes sense at the end of the day. And I don't know if it doesn't. This is all a learning process for me anyway. The point of these vlogs is to learn about myself and learn about the world a little bit, and maybe make some changes for the better. So Either way, I'll see you guys next week. Thanks for tuning in. Definitely not selling the skateboard because that was awesome, but I'm going to vow to ride it at least once a month, and if I don't, then I'll think about getting rid of it. But I did find 5 things that I'm going to get rid of. My electric drum amp, my guitar amp with the cab and the amp once I find it, my drawing tablet, this Christmas Story bunny costume, and basically this whole box is full of DVDs and books and random stuff. So it wasn't a complete waste of a day.